Hi yogins, this is Amanda Shepard. Welcome to Play Along Practice. These practices are approximately level 2-3 yoga asana practice. You'll want to check the description to see what we get up to. I usually put it in there sometimes with a pretty good amount of detail, and make sure you are physically able to do some strong asana flow, some strong movement and breathing, and let's get started. We're going to start laying on our backs today, whatever position you like. Maybe Supta Baddha Konasana, which is soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, or maybe Shavasana, Ardha Shavasana, or constructed rest, any one of those. All right. Usual suspects for props: have a blanket, a couple blocks, a strap nearby, all of those things. And yeah, my dog might pop through. Okay. It's cold here, so I have socks on to start. I'm going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana. If you like, you can place blocks underneath your legs, your outer legs, if you know your inner thigh gets tired. Or you can just adjust if you get tired. Nice deep inhale, exhale through the mouth. One more time. And even though these practices are fairly strong, they're really about being able to tap into that inner space that's always relaxed and free. So see if you can invite the idea of being easy into your breath. Right? Even it out. Soften where you can soften the shoulders, the eyes. Maybe the hips are starting to relax on their own. Allow the vertebra to decompress, get a little more spacious. Take another few breaths here. I'm going to reach that left leg long and just bring the right foot into Supta Vrikshasana. You're probably going to lift the outside edge of that foot off the floor, even out your hips. And then I'm going to take that right leg into Ardha Ananda Balasana, half happy baby pose. Keep the hips scooching underneath and roll that left inner thigh towards the earth. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to take reclined dancing Shiva. So I'm going to bring that leg across. I might grab the outside edge of the knee, or if it's available to me, I'm going to grab the outside edge of the foot. Lengthen the leg. I want to square my shoulder blades into the earth, so let your ribs rotate towards the sun. And draw that right sits bones towards the top of the mat. Breathing here. If it's interesting, you're welcome to bend your left knee and see if you can grab that foot. Getting a class though, so it might be a little challenging.
Don't shrink in your right side waist. I'm going to re-extend that left leg, bring that right leg to sky. And I'm just going to allow myself to grab the leg. And I'm going to lift up, shoulder blades off the floor. Keep the belly in, sacrum's nice and easy across the mat. A straight line. And as I exhale, I'm going to let the shoulder blades come down. And if your hamstrings are tight, this is super effective. If it's a little too effective, you can use a strap, right? Let your arm get longer. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. And now I'm going to actually rotate. I'm going to find toe lock. Index, middle toe together, sealing it with my thumb, reach my left arm out to the side, and I'm just going to open that leg out to the side. Sutasana, parighasana B. Look over your left fingertips if that's interesting. Keep that left side body down. Inhale back through center. You can do some ankle circles. Okay. I'm going to make sure my hips are square. I am going to grab a strap for this next one. You can use a towel if you like. And I want my leg to be 90 degrees. So if the toes are towards my forehead, it's too far. I'm going to miss my sweet spot. I want it to be like a letter L because I love it. I'm going to let the strap be at my heel. And then I'm just going to gently just bring that heel across the body. This is for the IT bands. And it couldn't be a little bit, it might be a little negotiating trying to find this. All right. If your right hip's lifting, if you're lifting up, you're going too far. I'm going to use my right thumb as a leverage. Oh, there it is. Then back through center. I'm just going to let the strap glide up towards the ball of the foot, reach the heel away. Stretch the calf, and then I'm going to take it off. These socks are really good at collecting stuff on the floor, and my right hip feels like 2 inches longer. There's so much space in that hip flexor. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to bend the left knee, bring it into tree pose. Notice how high it lifts off the floor. Right leg nice and straight. If the hip height, even it out. All right. I feel like these practices often start like this, but they're the rest of the week I didn't do this to start it all. One more breath. I'm going to take Urdhva Nanda Balasana, half happy baby pose. Scooching that left hip under, reaching the right leg long. Breathing here. Notice where your shoulder is. Is that left shoulder moving in towards your jawbone? See if you can externally rotate it. Spread the collarbones wide as you bring the outer arm towards the inner arm. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to find my dancing Shiva, reclined. Reaching that left arm out to the side. Just bring that leg across the body. Try to straighten it as much as possible. Square your chest. Long left side waist. Left leg is as straight as possible. Breathing nice and easy. If you want, you can bend your right foot and see if you can find the foot. Keep that left shoulder blade down. Gently release. I'm going to inhale back through center, and I'm going to stretch my hamstring. Right? Lifting the shoulder blades off the floor. Nice deep inhale here as I exhale to bring the shoulder blades down. And I can feel like my left hip is reaching out to the side, so I'm going to bring my right foot down for a second and reach the left sits bones along. Trying to keep that leg nice and straight. Don't let the top of your head come to the floor. It's not about your cervical spine. You want to keep your chin level. So you can feel the hamstrings gently open. If it's too hard, maybe use your strap and let your arms be a little bit longer, right? So much easier. And then I'm going to find my toe lap. Just saw it in there. Turn my toes out and reach that leg out to the side for B position. Looking at my right fingertips. Try to let your toes relax. I know the pinky toe wants to curl up. And then keep that right side body down. Again, what's that left shoulder doing? Is it shimmying in? See if you can get kind of that back shimmy position. Back through center. And then I want that leg 90 degrees. Strap on the heel. Use my left thumb to help me leverage. And a nice straight line, right? So the toes towards my shoulder. I want to come here. So most people will need a strap of some kind, right? Unless your arms are like crazy long. And maybe they are. Nice deep inhale here as I exhale. I'm gonna bring the leg across the body. Now if this is lifting up, I'm too far. So I'm gonna use my hand to kind of glue back down. I'm trying to find that spot. There it is. Now I'm looking to feel right here. There's a little negotiation. Now if you're here, if your foot doesn't come to 90 degrees, this is going to be a hard thing to find. Right. Hey ShuMi. What a good girl. Breathing here. And we come back through center. I'm going to let that strap come up towards the ball of the foot so I can stretch the calf. It feels amazing. Take it off, couple ankle circles, both directions. And I'm gonna let that foot come down. Feels awesome. Nice deep inhale here, exhale. Reach those legs to sky, reach my hands nice and long, and I'm just going to come up to Navasana boat pose. Sternum to sky, maybe grab your calves, allow the leg bones to draw into the socket. Right. Breathing here. Notice if you're rounding the back, lift up. Right. And maybe draw the leg bones in a little more, you get a little closer. Bring the feet down, and I'm just going to find a nice comfortable seat. So you decide what yours is. Maybe you like to sit on a block on the shins. Maybe you like to sit on a blanket. It's all good, as long as it's comfortable for you. Oh my God, looks like it's gonna rain again. It's been so rainy. Not supposed to, but. Right. Elbows underneath the shoulders, and we're going to do some nadi shodhana, some alternate nice nostril breathing today. Come in a little closer. You're going to take your dominant hand, index, middle finger together, and your thumb and your ring finger like pincers. Okay?
We'll do a couple variations of this. Index, middle finger at your third eye, and then you can have your thumb and index finger able to close off the air without squeezing here, right? It's a little bit above. So I'm like up here rather than down here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Right? You're perfect. ShuMi, you can stay right there. Couple easy breaths. Make sure you're sitting tall, allowing that spine to decompress, right? So you want the space between your vertebrae to get bigger. And then for the first variation, we're just going to inhale and exhale through the right side like 5 times. So close the left, inhale right, exhale right. Same nostril. Slow it down so you can feel the pause between. Open both nostrils, couple recovery breaths. Then we're going to close right, inhale and exhale left 5 times. Start to really feel the spaces in between, holding the breath in and out after each. And they open both nostrils. Taking a couple recovery breaths. And then for the next one, we're just going to do like a circle. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Same 5 times, right? So next inhale, close left. Close right, exhale left. Just like that, a circle, nice and easy. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Start to notice the spaces between. Gently release both, inhaling and exhaling, nice recovery breaths. I'm going to close right and inhale left. Start to notice the space between the breaths. Or the inhale and exhale still part of your breath. Gently release, inhaling and exhaling. And take the hands away. It's really nice work, especially if you have allergies. You can really feel which side is more dominant. If you're pregnant, maybe you don't need to do any specific pranayama practices other than ujjayi breath, right? Okay, line yourself up for baddha for cat-cow. Letting the belly drop. Keep those sits bones knitting together. Exhale, push the floor away. Moving nice and easy. I'm going to be letting it get a little bit bigger. You like, you can draw your sits bones towards your heels. Any way that feels good for you. If you did something asymmetric, come through center. I'm just gonna have you reach that right leg back. Turn the toes out and reach that right arm up and over and just start to do some circles. Make them big. And use your left toes, the top of your left foot, to secure yourself on the mat. And you can keep your left foot where it is or kickstand it. See if you can lift that right leg. Reach your right arm back, bend the knee, kick the foot into the hand, opening up, kapinchalasana, prep. Wow. Make sure you're staying grounded, check out your toes. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale here, and as I exhale, I'm going to bring that knee to my chest, grab my heel, and bring that foot to the top of the mat. Urdhva. Belly button's over the knee, and I'm just going to lengthen over that leg, letting the hamstring open. If this is hard for you, you can place your hands on blocks right underneath your shoulder. You want a nice, long, neutral, decompressed spine. Bring that right foot down. And just allow yourself to go back and forth a little dynamically for a few breaths, sinking the hips. Exhale, going back. And then next time you're forward, turn those right toes out, setting up for your Utthana Prasthasana, right? So your lizard pose. Right. Maybe come to your forearms. If you want to strengthen it, you're going to tuck those back toes, reach the heel back. If you want to stretch and allow yourself to keep the back leg down and chest to the floor. And then walk your hands in. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to draw the belly in, kickstand my left shin behind me, and just bring those right toes forward. Setting up for parighasana. Left arm to sky, absorb those ribs in, keep reaching over. Maybe grab your wrist, right? Really lengthening out of all four sides of your waist as the fingers come across, and rolling those right ribs towards the left. Back through center, and I'm gonna lift out of all four sides of the waist, bringing that left hand down and reaching that right arm overhead. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm gonna come back through center, interlace my hands behind me, shoulder heads forward, lengthen the tailbone, and open the heart. Take a little back bend here. If you like, you can tuck your left toes, lifting the heel, and maybe even find the heel. Come on back. And I'm going to turn those right toes forward, and I'm just going to bend that right knee and take the wrist to the inner knee and get some strength in that hip flexor. Right. Lengthen your tailbone, roll the right ribs towards the left, and have your hand on your hip, looking over the left shoulder, or you can even reach around for like a half bind. You want to feel here. Right arm's active. And then from here, I'm going to allow my right hand to move towards the floor. Now, if you don't get here easily, you're going to stay with your hand on the calf or maybe on a block. But if you do, keep those right ribs moving towards the sky. Keep your left fingertips reaching towards the outer thigh, and maybe let your right shoulder drop underneath and find a bind. Try to straighten the arms. Try to keep rotating. Good, nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, see if you can come onto your shin and just bring those toes to the floor. And maybe get the idea of trying to balance. Whoa. Keep the top of the foot down. I'm gonna reach, try to lengthen the right side waist by lifting my shoulder to the sky. Woo, and maybe you fall out. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, come back to your all fours. And see if you can find a little bit of spine opening. Let it get bigger. If you like something asymmetric, make sure you even it out. Go both ways. All right. Now back through center. I'm going to reach the left heel back. Bring that foot down and reach that left arm up and over. Doing some giant arm circles. Breathing here. Take a nice deep inhale here. Make sure you can secure your balance. So if you need to kickstand your shin, go ahead and do that. Lift that left leg. Reach the left leg back. Bend the knee. And kick the foot into the hand. Check out your toe. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, and bring that knee to my chest. Grab the heel and step it up for Urdhva. Let that left sits bones reach back as I lengthen the spine. Trying to decompress the spine. And feel your hamstrings. Nice deep inhale here as I exhale. I'm just going to move from low lunge to Urdhva a few times. Letting those hips sink low, tailbone towards that left heel. Come forward. Maybe next time I'm going to find my Uttanasana Prasthasana, bringing both hands to the inside, turning the toes out, and setting up. If I'm looking for strength, reach back with the right heel. If I'm looking for stretch, you can Oscillate between both. Come on down. Just let yourself relax. Couple more breaths. Walk your hands in. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to kickstand that right shin behind me and set up for parighasana. Lifting out of the waist. Right arm to sky. See if you can grab that arm and just reach over. Let the left ribs move right. And out nice and up and over. And I'm going to reach all the way out to the side. Breathing here. Keep the pinky edge of your left foot on the floor. And come back up through center, interlacing the hands behind me. Letting the shoulder blades lift the heart. I'm going to lean back a little bit. And maybe the heel is there. You can tuck your toes to reach the heel. And then come on back up. I'm going to turn the left heel in and just let my inner wrist find the inner knee or top of the wrist. Scooch that left sits bone under. Look over the right shoulder. Bring your left ribs towards the right. Soften that shoulder down. If you like, you can reach your left hand around for kind of a half bind, maybe. And then allow that left hand to come towards the earth. Now, if it's hard to get it there, stay higher, right? And keep the left sits bone scooching underneath. And maybe I drop the shoulder. And see if I find the hand, straightening the arm. This might be enough. If it's interesting, I might try to kind of come to that, I'm standing on my shin and come onto the tippy toe of that left foot, and I want to balance on the shin. So use your top of the foot of that right foot, and then I'm going to try to lift my left shoulder blade to the sky and then bring it down because it's hard. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, come on out and step it back. And I think we're going to try that a couple times today. See how it goes. Warming up the spine. And tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Honestly, that presented itself sooner than I was thinking, but sometimes it's like that. Do your favorite things in your down dog. Then reach that right leg back. Open up the hip. You can do hip circles if you want to. You probably don't need them because it might be pretty open. Check out your toes. Maybe reach that right arm to sky, up and overhead. Maybe bring the fingertips down. And then as you exhale, let's step that foot from Virabhadrasana 1. Right foot steps up, turn the left toes out. Hands to your low back, line it up. And peel yourself into your pose. Maybe draw the chin back, maybe check out your thumbs. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, without overthinking, allow yourself to open up. Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse warrior. Keep the length in the sideways as you root into the left foot and straighten the right leg and turn the toes in. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, reach all the way across, belly button over the toes of that left leg and just grab your heel or your Achilles or somewhere higher on the leg and invite Parvrita Prasarada Padottanasana. Revolve, wide angle forward fold, breathing here. Shoulder blades away from the ears, keep your rotation. Then as you exhale, reach that right arm straight back. Gonna bend into your right knee a bit and see if you find the clasp. Straightening the arms, head to the floor. Nice deep inhale here as you exhale. Right heel comes in. Baddha Trikonasana. Lean over that right leg and then step it up into Baddha Ardha, bound half moon. Right. Straighten the front leg before you reach the left leg back. Gently unwind Ardha Chandrasana. Left arm to sky. Shavasana variation, reaching back, grabbing the ankle, keep those right ribs rolling left. Maybe check out your toes. And then gently release, bringing that left arm down. You're gonna rotate on that right leg. Virabhadrasana 3. And just let that left foot come down behind you. Root to rise, coming on up, setting up for Padottanasana. Right, arms out to the side. Thumbs down. Bring your hands up, belly button over the spine, and come on forward, lengthening those hamstrings. Once you feel the hamstrings, that's your stop. All right. Some people it's like an inch, other people's is all the way down. Gently unwind, plant your palms. Glide that right foot back, reach that left leg to sky. Maybe pick up. Maybe stay with standing split. Through a vinyasa, nice and easy. Keep your elbows in. Reach the left leg back, open the head. Check out your toes. Maybe float that left arm up, maybe see. You can bring those fingertips down. And then as you exhale, it's like a giant banana, right? As you exhale, step that left foot up. Virabhadrasana 1. Finding your pose. Take a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Heel to arch alignment. Pay attention to the hips. The part of Virabhadrasana. Keep that length in all four sides of your waist as you straighten that front leg and turn the toes in. And then belly button goes over the knee. Totally reminds me of like Jane Fonda from the 80s. And bring your hand down. And find your twist. Left ribs moving towards the right. Breathing here. Maybe find a half bun.
And then allow your left arm to reach straight back. You can bend that knee a little bit and find your clasp. And then straighten your arms and leg at the same time. Rolling left inner thighs back, breathing here. And still a twist if you want it. Come on up, turn the left heel in, heel to arc alignment. Trikonasana. If you have micro adjustments you need to do, go ahead. Okay. Leaning over that left leg. I'm going to look down for balance and step the right foot in so I can straighten that left leg so that it's perpendicular to the floor like a letter L, right? And then I'm going to reach the right leg back. Bound half moon. Gently release into your half moon. And Chapasana variation, allowing the foot to meet the hand. Gently release. I'm going to rotate on that left hip. Finding a Virabhadrasana 3, and then I'm just going to let that right foot come down behind 3 to 4 feet depending on your height. I'm closer to 3 because I'm super short. I'm going to reach those arms out to the side. If you do reverse prayer, do it. If that doesn't work for your shoulders, don't do it. All right? Come down enough so that the middle of your hamstrings light up. Parsvottanasana. Breathing here. And gently release into Ekapada. Padasana, Prasarda Padasana, or find your pickup Adho Mukha Vrikshasana. Oh, that was not good. And then move through your vinyas. The right leg back. You can open the hip if you like. Maybe see if your fingertips will touch the floor, finding that banana shape. And then step that right foot up into Virabhadrasana 1. And maybe you have enough heat that you can take your socks off. Hopefully you started that way. Don't recommend socks for your yoga practice at all. Hang on that. Nice deep inhale here as I exhale. Virabhadrasana 2, and this time I did my arm overhead instead of under. Reverse warrior, the part of Virabhadrasana. Keep the length on the side waist as you straighten that front leg, and then belly button over the left foot. Finding your Prasarda Padottanasana variation. This time I'm going to add an inversion. So as the head comes down, I'm going to reach the left arm straight back. You can do any variation you like. Right arm to the side. Shoulder blades away from the ears. Feel that. Any variations you want to play with? Maybe Garudasana legs. Maybe a number forward, inviting your back bend. And I'm going to come back down, finding my straddle, bringing my feet exactly where I started. I might bend into that right leg and reach around for the bind, straightening the arms and leg at the same time. I'm going to take it into baddha trikonasana, adjusting as I need to. Okay. Breathing in. And then bound Ardha Chandrasana. Straightening my standing leg first, then reaching back with the left. Oh, gently doing that. Unwind into your Chapasana variation. So rolling the right ribs to the sky, that's the bottom ribs, as I let the hand and foot meet. I'm going to unwind, rotate on that right leg into Virabhadrasana 3. That's a pretty intense transition. And then let that back foot come down. Coming on out. When I first started, when I first did teacher training, I think we were told not to do that transition, but you should actually move your hips in lots of ways, so I just don't agree with that. Belly button over the leg, folding on down, and keep going. Enough that your hamstrings are opening. Gently bring your hands to the floor. Glide that right leg wherever you want it. Maybe you want to start with it a little closer to your wrists. Good for you. Just let the leg bone move into the socket. And find your pickup. Keep your arms straight. Always my nemesis. Right? Try one more time. And then move through your vinyasa. Reach that left leg. Maybe bring the left fingertips overhead. And then step it up, Virabhadrasana 1. And second salak. Into it. Just going for dog. She needs her nails. She doesn't go for long walks anymore, so it's hard to keep her nails in check. Hates it. Let me cut it. Reverse warrior. Turn into the right foot, straighten the left leg, turn the toes in, and find prapada dhanurasana. Breathing here. And maybe set up for an inversion of your choice. So I'm going to bring my top of the right hand down, reach the left arm out to the side, top of the head touching the floor, shoulder blades down. Obviously my head's on the earth, but it's not uncomfortable pressure, right? So that's from the shoulder blades moving down the back. It's more of like a traction, right? Any leg variations that you want to play with? Maybe urdhva legs. Maybe number 4. Inviting a back bend here. And then re-find your straddle. As you exhale, oops, bring the fingers down, or bring the feet down, sorry. ShuMi, are you okay? What'd you do there? What'd you do, baby girl? And then I'm gonna rebend into that left leg, reach the left arm underneath, Find my bind. Turn the left heel in. And then straighten that front leg. Bound Trikonasana, Baddha Trikonasana. You want to refine it. Maybe reach the sternum towards the pinky edge of your foot. You use your hands to wrap that left hip under. Look down for balance if you're going into the transition into Baddha Ardha Chandrasana. Align when you need to. Be gentle with it. Left ribs rolling to sky. Yep, see your thumb. Then gently release. I'm going to rotate on the hip. Finding my Virabhadrasana 3. And then allowing that right foot to come down. I forgot for a second. Coming to my parighasana. Arms out. Walking my hands up. Belly button over the knee. Invite your pulse. Keep it long, keep it in spinal extension rather than a forward fold. Plant the hands, glide the left leg under the belly button or where I need it. And invite your pickup. My elbows just don't want to stay straight. It's because I'm bringing the weight to the pinky edge of the foot. Breathing here. All right, shake your head yes and no. Let's roll over the toes. Bring the shins down. And come standing on your shins. I'll lengthen the tailbone. I want to keep those hips right over the knee. Fold that right hand so the palm is facing out. I'm going to reach that left arm up and over and see if I find a clasp. Drawing the ribs back. Breathing here. And release the fingers. You're going to let the right hand find the heel. Reach that left arm back. Maybe left hand comes down. Keep the hips forward. Come on up. Sit on your heels for a second. Breathing nice and easy. And see if you can keep the left shin on the floor as you very mindfully engage the core. Right leg reaches back, left arm forward. So try to do it like one leg, right? Elbow to knee underneath the body, get the elbow all the way across. And see if you bring that left hand down, you're gonna reach your right heel out to the side. I'll show you from a different angle. Reach that leg out to the side. And just see if you can balance on the left hand and left shin and grab the toes. And try to reach that leg up, kind of like a version of Vashisthasana. Good, exhale, bring that foot behind you. Gomukhasana. Right, so left knee's on top of right. And it's the other arm variation. Push those arms out to the side. You're gonna bring the left palm behind you. Right arm reaches up and over.
Breathing here. Now you can stay with this variation, feet flexed, trying to make the legs one straight line across, parallel to the top of your mat, or you can bring the shins in, root into your shin, and try to balance on the shin, and bring the left toes in. Invite more of that Ashtanga variation. Breathing here. As you exhale, gently unwind. Right toes tucked. You're gonna reach that left leg up. Maybe reach the leg straight out if you like. And invite a pickup. Bending the right knee. And then coming on down nice and gentle. Finding your shins. Come on up through center. This time I'm going to reach the left arm out to the side. Palm turns out. Reach that right arm up and over. Maybe the fingers touch, maybe they don't. Opening up. Hips forward. Inviting a nice heart opening. Shoulder blades lifting up. Gently release the fingers. Let your left hand find your heel. You can always tuck your toes. And maybe reach that right arm straight back. And then let your right hand come down. Keep the hips forward. Root to rise, coming on up. And take a moment. Breathing nice and easy. And I'm going to root into that right shin as I reach the left leg back. All right. And right arm forward. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale. Twist underneath. Inhale, extend. Twist underneath. I'm going to bring that right hand down. Reach that left leg out to the side and maybe invite toe lock. And I want to secure the top of that right foot on the mat. Use your toes, right? Push the top of your toes into the mat. And open up. Maybe see your toes. Gently release. Left knee behind the right. Inviting Gomukhasana. Breathing here. Right arm reaches up and around. Left arm reaches around. Oh, sorry. Left arm reaches up and around and over the top. And right hand reaches around for the clasp. Nice deep inhale here. I can stay in this variation, feet flexed, or root into my shin. And maybe try to invite that Ashtanga kind of style variation. Gently release. Reach that right leg out to the side, maybe even straighten the leg. Want to make sure I have enough room to do that. And lift on up. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heel. Shoulders over the wrists. Breathing here. And then bring it down nice and gentle. Take a moment. All right, so from here I'm going to push my hands into the floor, bring my knees into my chest. Come on up to stand. Uttanasana, and then I'm going to heel toe my feet just wider than the hips. I'm going to make letter C's, setting up for Titivasana, right? Bring the shoulders underneath, hands behind me. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, just lift the heels and maybe float the feet. Try to straighten your legs, hug the leg muscles to the arms. Try to straighten your arms, Titivasana, breathing here. Now as I exhale, I'm going to bring that right foot down, step that left foot back, and bound triangle, right? And then I'm going to step that left foot up, straightening arms and legs together, baddha uttanasana, right? Maybe lift the left heel. Ribs are on my thigh. I'm going to lengthen my tailbone and peel myself up into bird of paradise prep, Svarga Dvijasana. And maybe reach that leg out to the side if I'm standing nice and straight. All right. Exhale, come on back. Unwind, maybe invite backbends. Straighten the arms. And I'm just going to bring the feet back down. You can toe tap if you like. And try to find Titibhasana one more time. Bring my hands to my calves. Drop the shoulders. Hands behind me. Hugging the legs in to straighten the arms. Maybe reaching those feet forward. Right, breathing here. Now I'm going to keep the left leg extended. Reach that right leg back. Keep my hip under. Keep my shoulder blades rolling over that left leg. Bound. Baddha Trikonasana. As I exhale, I'm going to bend into that left foot. Step the right foot up so it's under my shoulder. Maybe even a little closer. Under the hip, rather. Straighten arms and legs together. And then set up for your bird of paradise, right? Roll up. Allow the spine to extend nice and neutral so you're in a decompressed spine. And reach that left leg out to the side. Exhale, come on down. And unwind. And I promise you, it's one of my least favorite poses. Folding it. Reach your arms out to the side, do some wrist circles, and come all the way up, urdhva. Exhale, Samastihi. Let's just check the time. Already at an hour. Oh dear. Where does it go? So let's just counter with a little back bend because we've been doing a lot of forward folds. Okay. Maybe you can turn your palms to the sky, spread the collarbones. Keep your tailbone long and just let the shoulder blades lift the heart. Maybe take your hands to your low back or your ribs. Keep the belly in as you allow yourself to open. Folding in Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Uttanasana. Plant those palms, hover the heels. I'm going to step the left foot back and reach that right leg to sky. And see if I can find a pickup. Good, maybe Vrikshasana, tree pose. And then I'm going to turn the knee forward and nice and gentle. Allow the top of the foot to come down, bend your elbows a little bit, and find Kapinjalasana prep. Breathing here. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to step that right foot up and kickstand the left shin. And once again, find a little strength in that hip flexor. And then this time I'm going to turn the toes forward. And I'm going to come on down and reach the arm back. Interlacing the hands. Top of the foot is on the floor. I'm using my toes. I want to keep scooping that hip under. Right. And coming onto my tippy toe. And this might be where I stay. Okay? But maybe I'm going to allow myself to come onto the shin. Kind of. Right? Oh, it's super hard. And reach the heel away. Maybe. Go nice and easy. This is why you want to make sure you're fit. There's a little bouncing around today, right? Find a spot on the floor that's not going to move. I'm going to try one more time. I'm counting it. All right. Coming on now. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. And just allow yourself to come to the top of the mat any way that feels good. Exhale, Samastiki. Yourself to breathe. Reach those arms to sky. Interlace your hands the odd way so it feels funny. Palms facing up. Lengthen the waist. Allow yourself to open and then bring your hands any way that feels good for you. Root to rise, coming on up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend the spine. I'm going to step the left foot back, reaching that right leg to sky this time. That what we did last night. And finding your pickup. Right, find your tree pose, bring the leg forward. Let me do that again. You keep your arms nice and straight, knee forward. Sternum forward to find your transition, top of the foot gently down. And then reach around for your Katinjalasana prep, pose I hardly ever do, like prepping it more. Breathing here. Nice deep inhale here, and as you exhale, you're gonna bring that foot up, kickstand that left shin behind you, strengthen the hip flexor, and I'm gonna turn the other way. You can see me. These toes turn forward, right? And I'm just gonna reach underneath and see if I can find a bind. Straighten the arm and heel toe that left foot in. I'm gonna come on up, using my back toes to secure me, coming onto the tippy toe of my left foot. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I just want to try and balance on the shin. All right. Show up from the side. Just want to try and balance on the shin. Use your right toes. Don't look at something that's moving. And just see if you can hold it. It's a little hard looking outside. All right. Try one more time. I want to, as I balance on the back foot, I want to lengthen my left shoulder towards the sky. So I'm lengthening that side waist. Trying to straighten my arms. Reaching the leg away. And then coming on out. I think that's probably the best I'm going to get today. Work in progress. Just allow yourself to find a cat-cow. And I'm going to twist to neutralize that spine a little bit because this has been a ton of forward folds. So I'm going to reach that left arm out to the left. Just bring that arm forward. Right arm reaching up and overhead. Maybe reaching, finding your variations. Reach the leg away. Just to be playful, I'm going to step that right foot out to the side. And instead of inviting parighasana, I'm going to invite a headstand. Tuck the left toe. Lifting up. Then as I exhale, I'm going to allow the left shin to come down. Nice and gentle, top of the foot to the floor, finding my balance. Reach that right leg back. And come onto your hands. And then from here, bring those toes down to the earth. Right? So this is like halfway, right? Bring that right shoulder underneath. You're kind of here, right? This is plenty. Maybe just see if you can get a little air. Yay! Reach that foot out to the side. That's gonna count. Invite your cat-cows. Reach that right arm out to the side. As I exhale, I'm gonna bring that hand through. Reach the left leg back and you'll find all your variations, right? Heel towards the outer hip to open the quadriceps, then find your back bend, see your tootsies. I'm going to gently release. Reach that leg out to the side like a parighasana foot, but I'm going to invite a headstand. Tucking those right toes. Gauging the core to lift up. Nice deep inhale here. There's lots of hummingbirds out there. And then as I exhale, I'm going to keep reaching back with that left leg, and I'm just going to let the top of the right foot come down. Come onto your hands. Bring that leg out to the side and bring the toes to the floor. And you're like a good chunk of the way, right? Reach underneath. Find your bind. Try to straighten your arms. Keep using your right toes. And you're a good chunk of the way. Now try to extend the torso. Keep that left hip scooching underneath. Oh my God. I did it. Now watch me try to do it from the front. It'll never happen. All right. All right, coming on out. Very gently inviting a back bend. Because this has been a forward foldy practice.
All right, let's tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, pedaling into the feet. Your favorite stuff to kind of work out your whatever junk it is you need to work out, right? Nice deep inhale here. Lift the toe, lift the heels, exhale, bend the knees, and just bring your feet through. Navasana, boat pose. Breathing here. Then as you exhale, come on down. I'm going to drop my knees off to the right. Back through center. Drop them off to the left. Come on back through center. Bring your feet to the floor, setting up for bridge pose. Interlace your hands underneath you. Now if you have a wheel and you just want to lay over it, go ahead. Maybe you like a block, keep this supported. Go ahead and do that. Gently unwind. I'm just going to check the time. See where I'm at. 1:16. Bridge number 2, keep the chin lifted, push into your feet. And as you exhale, you're going to come on down. And we're going to do a back bend that's going to make it a little easier for your low back. So I'm going to have you get some blocks. All right. And I'm going to come over towards the window. You should not use a window. Use a wall. Bring my blocks, my mat to the wall. Now, if you don't need these, you don't need to use it. So 2 blocks are going to go on the low side, all right? Because I want room for my feet to go on top of them, okay? I'm going to bring those in and then scoot your sits bones as close as possible to those blocks. Once you lay down, you can use your elbows on the floor to crab crawl your way up, all right? I'm going to let my knees flop out and then flop in and find that neutral space. Something that is sustainable for you. All right? Make sure your blocks are flat. And if you need to turn your toes out, maybe allow your blocks to turn out a little bit. All right? Nice deep inhale here as I exhale. Now lift up into a bridge, and maybe that's enough. And you can feel how much more space your low back has, right? My toes are touching the window. They might be crawling up the wall. If you have long feet, maybe your heels are hanging off. Okay, it's fine. That feels all right. I'm gonna line my hands up. Outer shoulder distance. Line with the ears. Keep that tailbone nice and long towards the back of my knees and come to the top of my head. Bring my elbows in, plug arm bones into the socket, and then straighten arms and legs together, and it feels so much better. Breathing here. Chin in, come on down. So there's shouldn't be any pressure on your low back. It should feel really good and really inviting. If you're having a day where back bends feel like they're just an exercise in suffering, you don't have to do them, right? You can take something more restorative, a block under your sacrum or a block under your shoulder blades and something to support your head. There's lots of options. You can skip them. All right. If that felt good, maybe do it again. And make sure you're prepared, right? Set up. Are your feet set up in a way that's sustainable for your pose, that feels good? Where you can extend in a way that feels beautiful and opening, and not in a way that feels compressive and tight, right? Check in. Can you keep your elbows pointing to elbows in so that they're not splaying out to the side? It's better for your shoulders. Can you allow length in the lumbar even as you invite a back bend? Maybe one more. If you want, maybe you're done. If you're done, flop your knees off to the right and to the left. And if you want to take the blocks away and go back to the middle of the room, go ahead, right? You like drop backs, do it. One felt pretty good. Turn around. You can stay where you are. You don't need to. I'm actually going to grab a sweatshirt and a blanket because it is chilly. Setting up for final relaxation. Maybe you prefer seated meditation. If that's you, let's just sit up tall and drop the knees off to the left and to the right. And then cross that right ankle over the left. Any variation of Ardha Matsyendrasana. And in fact, I wouldn't normally say this, but I might even allow yourself to round the back a little bit and then open into it, left ribs towards the right. It's not going to be your maximum because, switch sides, because left arm behind you, right arm hugs that knee in. Allow yourself to round, find your rotation, and then lengthen up. Because it's the end of practice, right? So you want it to be easy. You want seated meditation. Get your support system. Allow your hands to come right underneath the shoulders. elbows underneath the shoulders. Don't worry about your hands. Let them go up or down, whatever's comfortable. If you feel like your hands are kind of floppy and they have nothing to do, you can take another blanket and let your hands rest, or use a pillow or something, right? You can let your hands sit on something. It's totally fine. Sit like the rest of you. Nice deep inhale, exhale. Allow the spine to decompress, so make the space between the vertebrae bigger as you sit tall. And see if you can draw your attention to your breathing. Contrary to popular belief, meditation does not mean turning your brain off. That's not really a realistic idea. So instead, what I'm going to invite you to do is to allow yourself to notice the sensations moving through. There's something needly that's insistent and that's hard to let pass, allow yourself to explore it. You want to name it. You want to notice what comes up after you name it, and you can keep going, and eventually you might actually deconstruct it so that that sensation is no longer a distraction. And that is a more effective way to quiet the mind, the intellect, to quiet the emotional space, and to learn what you might need to focus on in physical space and physical work, and then even to let that go. Right? Everything that comes up is a teacher, as a guide.
if you have a little more time to spend in your meditation, maybe another 10 or even 20 minutes, please do that. If you'd like to transfer to Shavasana, you're welcome to do that. But if you need to attend to your dog or make dinner, maybe you can start to move the fingers and toes. Take a nice deep inhale in, exhale through the mouth. Gently open the eyes. And just take a moment to check in with your head space, your emotional space, and your physical space. Hopefully feeling good. And I'm going to end with Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, peace, peace, and perfect peace. And then one Om. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Center, thumbs to third eye. Namaste, yogins. Be happy and free and peaceful. Have a nice day. Please like and subscribe. And thanks for playing.